lovelies, welcome to Color Me Pink. Well, today I am going to share with you my flawless base routine, and this is something that I've been asked over and over again, and I thought, why not, let me do it. So for all those who have been struggling with their foundations, how to get the right base, sometimes it's too patchy, sometimes the coverage is not there, so I'll be clearing all your doubts. So guys, in order to achieve that flawless face, something very important that I've seen so many girls or so many people missing, that is to create the right base or to prep your skin before the foundation. For that, that's the regular term that you must have heard is CTM, that's cleansing, toning and moisturizing. I have a very sensitive skin, so I use very mild products. So depending upon your skin type, whether it's dry, combination or oily, you can pick up your cleanser. So I normally use a herbal cleanser. It could be any cleanser just to wash your face. You cleanse your face nicely. And then toning is very important. I do a DIY toner, in which I use a green tea, apple cider vinegar and a little bit of rose water. This is a very refreshing toner. If you want, you can definitely make it, or you could use any regular toner that you like. And then I moisturize my skin. This product has been has done wonders to my skin. This is pure aloe vera gel from Forest Essential. It's available in India so far. I'm not sure about abroad, but it's any pure aloe vera gel for sensitive or oily skin is really nice. So I prep my skin. This is the way I prep my skin. And since winter's approaching, of late I have been having a little bit of a combination skin. So I've had some dry patches around my cheeks, over my forehead, around the corner of my nose. So I've been applying a little bit of moisturizer there. So first thing I do after prepping my skin, I leave my skin for at least 5 to 10 minutes before I apply on any foundation or anything to my skin, because I want all that moisturizer to settle into my skin and make my skin more supple. So after that is done, I start my base by applying a primer. Right now for this video I've applied the Kryolan HD Micro Primer. This is a very nice silicone based primer. I've already applied it, but I'll still show you how it looks. This is a very debatable thing. Some people like primers, some do not. But I highly recommend primers for oily to combination skin. Dry skin people can still get away with a primer, but not us oily people. So anyway, so this is the primer that I use. Also, a lot of people say their makeup tends to bleed, it does not set in. And it makes sense when they say that the primers, and there is a reason as to why, because you're applying too much of product. You just need a pea size of primer, and less is more in makeup. I always say that. So make sure that you're not applying too much of a primer. So I'm using the Kryolan primer. You can use any primer that you like. So apply it evenly over your skin and then let it sit for at least 1 to 2 minutes so that the product is absorbed in your skin. Alright? So once we're done with the primer, just apply gently and make sure that it is not tacky on your skin anymore. Alright, so after the primer, I normally start with the foundation. For this tutorial, I am using the Kryolan Ultra Foundation. I'll be combining the foundation, so I'm using OB2 and Ivory Shade, and I will be achieving my foundation. This is a beautiful cream based foundation, and normally most of the professional makeup artists you will see will be using this foundation. It is good for any skin type, whether it's oily or dry skin, and it photographs beautifully. It does not include any SPF. So I have made my foundation color here. I've already combined it, and now I will start applying my foundation. Put some patches on my skin like that. Again guys, this is just the way I do it. If you prefer doing it in a certain way, you can even apply it with your hands. That's completely your call. But that's how I like to do it. Also, another good tip is to always make sure that you take your foundation down in your neck, towards your neck, right? Because normally I see a lot of girls, they have this perfect base going on, the face looking so nice, and then their neck, bomb. Not good. So always, again, I cannot emphasize enough that in makeup, less is more. So take less product and build on it, alright? So now I'll be taking my flat top kabuki brush and I will be blending my foundation with this. And please make sure the motion I'm using, I see a lot of people going circles on their skin that will really irritate your skin a lot, and you know, we don't want to do that. We just dab. See how this is like an airbrush thing. It's very nice. I don't know if you can make it out, but see how beautifully the foundation will spread in once I start dabbing and give you instantly an airbrush feel. Guys, another thing, I'm not sure if you're catching that in the camera or not. You might be feeling the foundation I'm using is a little lighter for my skin tone, because that's the way I prefer. Because I almost every time contour my face, even whether it's a cream contouring or with the powder contouring. So I like to use one tone lighter because I think all the bronzing makes me look a little darker. That's just me. If you want, you can use exactly the same tone. I use one skin tone lighter. And see how beautiful this foundation is. It's very glowy. It's very good for bridals. We use this foundation a lot on our brides. It looks very nice. It looks very glowy. It gives them that instant glow that all brides are looking for. I'll just take a little bit over my eyes as well. Well, because like I said, this is a pro foundation, so it has a good coverage. You must have seen that it has almost covered it, all my all the freckles on my face, on all the dark circles. But if I want a little more coverage, I will still go with the concealer. Just taking it down my neck. Okay. Just another thing is, guys, your hairline, you have to match your ends, like the corner of the ears, the hairline. This really needs to be blended. I feel I need a little more coverage near my forehead, so I'm going to apply a little more here. So again, in the dabbing motion, always, and of course taking it upwards from your forehead, just like that. Guys, this is one of my first few videos, so if I go wrong somewhere, if I'm too fast or too slow, do let me know so that I can maybe next time I change that. So just to give a final touch and make sure my foundation is well blended in, I'm going to use a stippling brush. This is by Vega. I have two stippling brushes. I have one by Makeup Studio. This is a big stippling brush. This is a small stippling brush. In case you do not have a stippling brush, you can use your beauty blenders or any sponge. Make sure you use your sponge wet. Please dip it into some water and then dab it on your skin. So I'm going to do half my face with a stippling brush, half with my sponge, so that you know the difference, or you could, so that you don't feel that I'm just being too fancy with my brushes. Okay, so this side of the left hand side of my face I'll be doing with the blender. So I'm just going to press this into what this sponge does is primarily it will take away the excess foundation that is on my face. So in case you have applied too much foundation, this sponge will take it away. And the same thing is with the stippling brush. That's what it's going to do. So if you can see, the foundation with this starts settling into my skin a little better. And I know you must be thinking this is taking a lot of time, this is a lot of blending, but guys, this is for those special days when you really have the time and you want a flawless face, right? And you need to blend your foundations in. I see a lot of people walking around where the foundations are just, on their face, it's not blended in, and I don't think it looks really nice and natural. Not that I am trying to say the foundations are natural, but still. Okay, so I think this half of my face is done with the sponge, and I think it gives a pretty nice finish. I had colored my hair a few days back and I got this bad rash and my skin was all dried up. So today is after I think about 15 days that my skin is feeling a little better. So I thought I'll film this, but it was so bad. It was flaky and it was itchy. Okay, so now that is done. You can obviously see between this side and this side that this is a little more cakier and this is more blended. So now again with my stippling brush, I am going to be using this over my face in a circular clockwise and anti-clockwise motion. Guys, this will give you an airbrush feel as well. Some people like to apply their cream blushers with this. This is a multi-purpose brush. Just few very basic things. Take it behind the ears, take it on your ears. Still, because it's a high coverage foundation, I really do not feel a need for a concealer. But still, if I had to conceal a little bit more under my eyes, what I'll be doing here is I'll be using a cream concealer by Makeup Studio. You can use any concealer that you like. Normally the cream concealers are a little heavier than your regular concealer, so if you are not comfortable or you feel that you might crease yourself out of it, then you should definitely use a liquid concealer. So I'm just going to take it on my ring finger, and I'm going to apply. A good tip is to apply the cream concealer with your hands. Why? Because the heat will make the product melt and it will be blending better. So I'm just going to take that dab under my eyes. Again, take some more product and dab, just like that. Once I've placed the product, another place where I think a lot of people miss the concealer is the inner corner of the eyes, here, right here. Especially I feel that us Asian people, we have like a deep-seated eyes, so that's the place where we should definitely conceal. So with that, I am gonna put my concealer down. So again, guys, this finger has the least amount of pressure on your eyes, and we really do not want to put any pressure under eyes. So just go like that. So if you feel that it is settling in your crease, please make sure that you are blending it well with your fingers. That is how. I want to take a little bit of my cheek here. So another thing is that a good question that I get is that you know, what concealer should we apply on the face and what concealer should we apply for highlighting. Primarily for highlighting, you can apply a lighter shade, at least 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone. But the concealer that I'm trying to do over here is to hide my flaws. So I do not want something that is 3 to 4 tones lighter than my skin tone, primarily. So I'm applying a concealer that's just 1 tone lighter than my skin tone, so that it definitely brightens up my under eye area and wherever I needed the concealing. So I think my base is done. The final thing that we need to do is we need to set in our foundation. Now it's very important to set in the foundation, especially for oily to combination skin, because if you do not, so it will keep on moving around the day and then you might have some patches on your skin. And then now you need to fix in your foundation. For this I'm going to be using my Max Factor compact powder. This is in the color 06 Golden. This is one brand that I really love, Max Factor, and Marilyn Monroe, who's my favorite, used to use this, so it's more special to me. Anyways, now back to the setting of the powder. So I'm going to be using this. I'm going to swirl in my brush. I'm going to tap the excess, and I'm just going to do it on my T-zone, guys, because like I said, I'm having a bit of a dry days these days. So just on the T-zone, where you know basically the oil comes in, you can just lightly pat it all over your skin, on my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, also underneath my eyes. Guys, another thing is that when you're about to fix in your foundation, please make sure that there are no creasing under your eyes, because once you fix and there are creases under your eyes, there is nothing that you do will avoid it, right? Or will make it disappear. So please make sure you again go under your eyes, make sure everything is blended properly, and then when you're satisfied that there's no creasing or this is what you want, or this is as good as it gets, then please apply. Alright guys, after applying your flawless base, I've applied my makeup on. I've done a smoky eyes, applied my blusher, my bronzer, my highlighter, and the last thing that you need to do is make sure to fix your makeup. I know the powder does it well as well, but if you have an oily skin or you have a long day ahead, please make sure that you fix your makeup with a fixing spray. What I've used here is the Vitamin C fixing spray from Body Shop, and just spray it all over your face, just so, and you're good to go. I hope you liked my video, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. So please make sure you like and subscribe. Take care. Bye bye. Today I'll
दोबारा
okay, take 1 2 3 go. Hello my lovelies, welcome to Color the base. Alright, रुको ब्रेक लो, ठीक है.